Hello, and welcome to the Daily Gas for November 8th, 2024, called Nap Danaban Killer by Bill Murphy. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cages must sum to either one more or one less than the given total in the cage and must not repeat. So what does that mean? Well, it's a killer Sudoku, but the Nap Danaban, right here, means that this cage won't sum to 3, but it'll either sum to 2 or 4. This cage will either sum to 4 or 6. 10 or 12, 12 or 14, so on and so forth throughout the grid here. And that's it. Those are the rules. Let's jump right into it. All right. So, pretty obviously here, 3 cannot be turned into 2 because you can't have a 2-cell 2 cage, at least not without being able to use zeros in our Sudoku. So, actually, there are different approaches we can take to this. So one is working through all sorts of combinations. Another is just using the secret. So, for example, here, like this sum, just like looking at it, just seems very low. So let's actually look at this sum, because I know that the sum of an entire row in a Sudoku will sum to 45. That's because the digits 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 9 sum to 45. So depending on what this sums to, might give us an idea of this digit and how these sums vary, because already it looks like all of these must actually increase by 1, but let's try to prove it here. So 3 plus 5 is 8. We have 19, and then we have 32. So yeah, and you have to have at least 36 because this would have to be 9, and we have 4 cages here. So all of these need to be added, or must have 1 added to them. And what that means is this cage can't be an 8 cage, it must be a 10 cage, which means it is 9, 1. All right. This cannot be 4 because it would have to be 1, 3, which means it's 6, which means it's 2, 4. So already 10 is 16. Um, that's the true value. And then we could add 14. So 30, 40, and this would be 5. But that's, this is actually interesting. Sorry, wait. 3. Oh, we have like an X, so we have an X windmill type thing going on here. So if we take a look at this 17, what's interesting about the 17 is, right, you can't go up to 18. 17 is a maximum, just like 3 is a minimum. It must be 16, which is 9, 7. And I'm assuming if we do all the logic down the line, this is going to sum to, this is going to give us negative 4 float. So we need to subtract 4 from here, and that would leave us with 1 as a possibility. And let's just prove it to ourselves here real quick. Excuse me. 16, so this is 15, 16, 17. So yeah, 16 times 3 is in fact 48. And subtracting 4 gives us 44 with that one little bit of float. 1 definitely can't sum to 12, so it must sum to 10. And we do have the full X windmill. The 1 gives us our 1, 3 here as well. And that is a 3 in the corner. So that's good information. Ones. Ones in box 2 here can't be part of the 13 cage in no way, shape, or form. So it must be 1 here. If this was 4, it'd be 1, 3, which means it must be 6, which makes it 1, 5. Similarly, 9 can't go in the 7 cage, or I guess the 8 or 6 cage. So 9 must go here. If it was 16, it would have to be 7. So again, you have to go down. It is 14. So 5, it's 8, 5, 3. Oh wait, no, we know this has to be subtracted. Sorry, we know this has to be subtracted. So actually, if it has to be subtracted, this has to be 6. It can't be 1, 5. It must be 2, 4 in some order. However, what that tells us is it places the 5. And almost certainly we can do the same thing over here, where this has to be, we have to add 1 to this. It's 14, we can't use 9, it must be 6, 8. So where does the 5 go? 5 goes here. All right. Now 5 here, could this ever be 5? No, so it's 5 in the, I guess, 12 here, so this is 5, 7, but we don't know the order. Again, I'd love to just stick 5 in the middle here, but we don't know for a fact that it's an X, like we can't prove it's X windmill. We can just use girths to try to help us place other digits, but 5 here, couldn't be 6, 5, 1, it has to be 5 in the 14, so it has to be 5 in these sets here. So it couldn't be in 15, it'd have to be in 13. 5, 8 makes sense. 2, 4, and then 6, 3, 9, and this is probably 11. Yeah, and this is 4, 7. Oh, and 4, 7, sorry, I probably missed it here because I wasn't thinking about this 15 cage, but for this is going to be 6, right? 4, 7, this to be 6 must be 2, 4. It must be 2, 4 specifically in that order. And the 2 gives us the 2, 4 here, right? And we know that this is 2, 5 already to sum to 7. 2, 8. So 8. Yeah, to sum to 15, this must be 8, 6, and this is 6, 3, so this is 8, 6. There we go. Now we're kind of seeing the patterns play out. 8, 5 for 13. 2, 4. How do I make this work for me? Three, 5 to make 8. Here, could it be 6, 2, 4? I don't see why not. Could it be 8? Wait. No, this is 3, 5. Sorry, 3, 5. If it's 8, it can't be 3, 5. Couldn't be 2, 6. It would be 1, 7 to sum to 8, and that's not a problem. This would be 7 here. Don't immediately see a problem. All right, this is 6, 8, 14. It's 8. This 6. What is this 6? If it was 5, it would break because there's no, you can't do 2, 3, or 1, 4, which means it has to be 7. Which means it can't be 2, 5, 3, 4. It must be 1, 6. All right. And 6 gives us 6, 8. So here, it's probably the same thing, but again, in reverse. So making sure I understand this. If it was 15, it would be 6, 9, 7, 8, right? It can't be either, which means it must be 13. It can't be 8, 5. It can't be 6, 7, so it must be 4, 9. I'm just like double, triple checking, making sure that I've fully worked through the logic and I'm not just placing symmetrically willy-nilly. So now, this is what? This is 3, 7. 4, 7 here. So, 4, 7 here. 4, 7 here, 3, 6 here, 6, 3, 6. I don't even need to visualize it, it's just given to me here. So, depending on where, like if the 7 goes here, then the 7 could go here, here. If the 7 went here, then, there's not really restrictions. So, I guess 7 here, that would be interesting. 7 here wouldn't work. Well, sorry. I'm doing that with the assumption of X windmill where the 5 has to go here, but this actually breaks down here. I've noticed everything else was very nicely X windmill, but this breaks down. Unless actually you do something opposite. This would be 12 and this would be 8. So they would both decrease instead of having opposite increase and decrease. And you would still maintain your X windmill. All right, what am I not seeing here? What are you missing across here? 1, 7, almost certainly here 2, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 4, sorry, is simply 7. That's what we're missing. The 3. Okay, we were looking at this before we placed the 3, 6, and now that we have it placed, it makes a lot more sense. 7, 3. This is certainly 2, 4 then to make 6. Similarly, this will be 8, 6, and then this will be 1, and this will be 9. 1 here, 9 by Sudoku here. Then, was this? This is 3 and... Oh, not 3. Wow. What are you missing up? 2, 2, 3. So this is 2, 3. But this here is 4. There we go. This is 8, 6 with 7 here. And then 7 can't be 14. It must be 12. So this does go down. So this must be 5. So it does break here. We do not get that satisfying S windmill. This to be 8 would be 5. It can't. So it must be 10. And we get the 7 there. So now this is 7. What are you still missing? 2, 5, 6, and 8, right? This will be 6, 2, and then 5, 8 here for our 13. 5, 5, 3, 5. There we go. 5, 5, and 7. There. This will be 7. We still need 1, 8, so 8, 1. 1 gives us 1. 8, 8, 8 gives us an X-wing on 8s, so that places 8 there. What are we missing across here? 2, 3. This is 2, this is 3. We're summing to 7 here with 5. This is 3, this is 4. 6, no, wait, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5. There we go. And finally, this is 8. This is 9. Kind of awkward solve here, but only one to blame is myself for that one. This is going to be 4. We're still missing 2. And we need 6. And we are done in 12 minutes and 26 seconds with Nap Danaban Killer by Bill Murphy. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.